Story 1, The Hell's Messenger. In the bustling city of Suzhou, there lived a merchant named Wang. He was neither rich nor poor, neither virtuous nor wicked, just an ordinary man trying to make his way in the world. One autumn evening, as he closed his shop and prepared to go home, a stranger approached him. The man was tall and gaunt, dressed in dark robes that seemed to drink the lamplight. His face was pale as paper, and his eyes were deep-set and shadowed. He moved without sound. "Wang-san," the stranger said, "I've come to deliver a message." Wang's blood ran cold. He did not know this man, yet his voice was one he had heard before, in nightmares, in the hollow silence between heartbeats. "Who are you?" Wang whispered. "I am a messenger from the courts below," the man replied. "The king of the dead has written your name in his book. In 7 days you must report to the eastern marketplace at midnight. There, your fate will be decided." Wang's legs gave way. He collapsed against the doorframe. "But I am still young," he choked out. "I have a wife and children. I have not finished my business in this world." The messenger's expression did not change. 7 days, he repeated. Then he turned and walked into the darkness, dissolving like smoke. Wang stumbled home in a daze. For the next 3 days he could eat nothing, sleep nothing. His wife begged him to tell her what was wrong, but he could only shake his head and weep. On the 4th day, a Taoist priest came to Wang's shop to buy herbs. He saw Wang's ashen face and furrowed his brow. "You have seen a messenger from the underworld," the priest said bluntly. Wang broke down and told him everything. The priest nodded slowly. "The eastern marketplace at midnight. That is the place where the boundary between worlds is thinnest. The king of the dead holds court there once a year to judge souls whose time has come. But the book is not always accurate. Can you help me?" Wang begged. "I can give you this," the priest said, handing Wang a small jade talisman. "Wear it around your neck. At midnight on the 7th day, come to the marketplace. The messenger will be there. Show him this talisman and tell him you wish to petition for more time." The 7th night came, cold and still. Wang walked to the eastern marketplace, his hand clutching the talisman. The streets were empty, the stalls were shuttered, but in the center of the square, where the moon cast no shadow, a group of figures stood in silent assembly. Wang's heart hammered. He saw the messenger among them, and beside him, a figure seated on a black throne, the king of the dead himself, terrible to behold, his face shifting like smoke. Wang fell to his knees. The king spoke. "Wang-san, you were summoned. Why have you come?" Wang held up the talisman, his hands shaking. "Great king," he said, his voice barely a whisper. "I ask for more time. My youngest daughter is ill. My wife is with child. If I die now, they will starve." The king's eyes burned like coals. "The dead do not return. The book does not change." But the messenger stepped forward. "My king," he said, "the book shows 1 year, not 7 days. There is an error in the record, a confusion of names. There is another Wang San in the Western District, a man of evil deeds whose time has come." A long silence. Then the king nodded. "The error is corrected. Wang San, you have 1 more year. Use it wisely." Wang bowed so low his forehead touched the ground. When he raised his head, the king and his retinue were gone. The marketplace was empty, lit only by the cold moonlight. Wang returned home and lived. Not just the 1 year, the priest's talisman had bought him a second chance, and he made the most of it. He was kind to his family, generous to the poor, and grateful for every sunrise. When the messenger finally came again, 12 years later, Wang went without fear, for he had learned that death is not the end. It is simply a door, and every door opens both ways. Story 2. The Virtuous Widow. In the village of Peach Blossom Creek, there lived a widow named Zhang Jing. She was 30 years old, plain-faced and strong-handed, a woman who had buried her husband at 25 and raised 2 children alone ever since. The villagers respected her. When they spoke of her, they said, "That woman has the heart of a lion and the hands of a farmer." But Zhang Jing was not admired by everyone. A wealthy merchant named Chen had his eye on her. Not for marriage. He was already married with 3 concubines. He wanted her as a mistress, a novelty, a conquest. Every time Zhang Jing went to the market, Chen was there, leering at her, making crude suggestions. "Come work for me," he would say. "I'll pay you twice what you earn from your vegetable stall." "I am an honest woman," Zhang Jing would reply. "I do not need your money." Chen grew frustrated. He sent matchmakers to her home, offering a generous bride price if she would become his 4th concubine. Zhang Jing threw them out. He sent gifts of silk and jewelry. Zhang Jing burned them in the courtyard. Finally, Chen went to the village elder and accused Zhang Jing of stealing from his shop. The elder, bribed by Chen's silver, ruled against her. Zhang Jing was ordered to pay 10 times the value of the supposed stolen goods, a sum that would bankrupt her. That night, Zhang Jing sat alone in her home, staring at the flickering candle. Her children were asleep. Her savings were gone. The village had turned its back on her. There seemed no way out. She wept, and as she wept, she prayed. "I have been a good woman," she said to the heavens. "I have raised my children. I have wronged no one. Is there no justice in this world or the next?" A wind blew through the closed window, extinguishing the candle. When it relit itself spontaneously, impossibly, Zhang Jing saw a figure standing in the corner of the room. It was a woman in white robes, her face luminous, her feet not touching the ground. "Zhang Jing," the figure said, "I am the spirit of this village's shrine. For 10 generations, I have guarded the people of Peach Blossom Creek, and for 10 generations, I have watched good people suffer while the wicked prosper. No more." The goddess held out her hand. In it was a small wooden tablet, ancient and worn. "Take this to the magistrate," she said. "He will see the truth." The next morning, Zhang Jing did as she was told. The magistrate, a just man from the neighboring county, who happened to be visiting, examined the tablet. On it was carved the complete record of Chen's bribery, his false accusation, and his many other crimes stretching back years. Chen was arrested. His property was confiscated and distributed among those he had wronged. Zhang Jing received not only her reputation back, but enough silver to buy her own shop. She lived to be 80 years old, surrounded by her children and grandchildren. She never remarried. She never needed to, for she had learned a truth that the wealthy merchant Chen never understood. Virtue is its own reward, and justice, though slow, is certain. On her deathbed, Zhang Jing smiled. She saw a figure in white at the foot of her bed, holding out her hand. "You kept the faith," the goddess said. "Come now,